Why should you even bother improving yourself? And I think the answer to that is something like, so you don't suffer any more stupidly than you have to. And maybe so others don't have to either. It's something like that. You know, like there's a real injunction at the bottom of it. It's not some casual self-help doctrine. It's that if you don't organize yourself properly, you'll pay for it, and in a big way, and so will the people around you. Now, and you could say, well, I don't care about that, but that's actually not true. You actually do care about that.
How can you improve yourself? The first question that may come to mind is why you should make the effort to improve yourself. You must improve yourself so that you won't go through the same stupidity of the past and others won't follow in your footsteps, thereby making the same mistake. There is a real reason behind this, as it is not a regular self-help belief where if you aren't well organized, you'll end up paying for it and even many other people around you. In today's video, Jordan Peterson talked about improving yourself as a concept, how to improve yourself, and why you should. He makes emphasis on how doing this will either harm or benefit you and impact the lives of those around you.
If something announces itself to you, which is a strange way of thinking about it, as in need of repair, that you could repair, then hey, fix it. You fix 100 things like that, your life will be a lot different. Now, I often tell people too, fix the things you repeat every day, because people tend to think of those as trivial, right? You get up, you brush your teeth, you have your breakfast, you have your routines that you go through every day. Well, those probably constitute 50% of your life. And people think, well, they're mundane, I don't need to pay attention to them. It's like, no, that's exactly wrong. The things you do every day, those are the most important things you do. Hands down. All you have to do is do the arithmetic. You figure it out right away. So 100 adjustments to your broader domain of being, and there's a lot less rubbish around, and a lot fewer traps for you to step into. And so that's in keeping with Jung's idea about erasing once you've got your mind and your emotions together, and once you're acting that out, then you can extend what you're willing to consider yourself and start fixing up the things that are part of your broader extent. Now, sometimes you don't know how to do that. So you might say, imagine you're walking down Bloor Street and there's this guy who's like alcoholic and schizophrenic and has been on the streets for 10 years. He sort of stumbles towards you and, incoherently mutters something. That's a problem. And it would be good if you could fix it, but you haven't got a clue about how to fix that. You just walk around that and go find something that you could fix, because if you muck about in that, not only is it unlikely that you'll help that person, it's very likely that you'll get hurt yourself. So, just because while you're experiencing things announce themselves as in need of repair, doesn't mean that it's you right then and there that should repair them. You have to have some humility. You don't walk up to a helicopter that isn't working and just start tinkering away with it. You have to stay within your domain of competence. But most of the time, if people look at their lives, it's a very interesting thing to do. I like the idea of the room, because you can do that at the drop of a hat. You go back to where you live and sit down and think, okay, I'm going to make this place better for half an hour. What should I do? And you have to ask, and things will just pop up like mad. And it's partly because your mind is a very strange thing. As soon as you give it an aim, a genuine aim, it'll reconfigure the world in keeping with that aim. That's actually how you see to begin with. And so if you set it a task, especially, you have to be genuine about it, which is why you have to bring your thoughts and emotions together, and then you have to get them in your body so you're acting consistently. You have to be genuine about the aim, but once you aim, the world will reconfigure itself around that aim, which is very strange. And it's technically true. The best example of that, you have all seen this video where you watch the basketballs being tossed back and forth between members of the white team versus the black team, and while you're doing that, a gorilla walks up into the middle of the video and you don't see it. It's like, if you thought about that experiment for about 5 years, that would be about the right amount of time to spend thinking about it, because what it shows you is that you see what you aim at. And that, man, if you can get one thing through your head as a consequence of even being in university, that would be a good one. You see what you aim at. And so, because one inference you might draw from that is, be careful what you aim at, right? What you aim at determines the way the world manifests itself to you. And so if the world is manifesting itself in a very negative way, one thing to ask is, are you aiming at the right thing?
Begin your self-improvement journey from anywhere you see fit. Do you have a faulty or broken item? Fix or repair it. If you fix other things or issues bothering you, your life will improve a lot. For example, your daily to-do activities make up about 50% of your existence, and since they're ordinary tasks, you may not feel the need to pay them much attention, but understand that what you do daily are the most crucial activities. There's no doubt about that. Thinking that mundane tasks are not important is very wrong. Just do the arithmetic and make a comprehensive adjustment to your domain of living, and there will be lesser nonsense and pitfalls to fall into. Once your mind and emotion is working in unison, you can then push yourself to tackle issues that are more encompassing. So, let's say you're walking down the road and you find a madman coming towards you. You better move quickly, because if you try to fix anything the schizophrenic patient has damaged, you may only not help the guy but end up hurting yourself in the process. When you identify areas of your life that need to be fixed, your strategy should be to try and fix it at that point. Don't allow pride get to you. You can't just work on anything. Rather, you resolve issues that you're familiar with and confident about. After examining your life, you'll find that this is a very exciting thing to do. Why you need to improve yourself as a person is that in life, you see what you mention, and if you could conceive a brilliant idea just as a result of attending the university, that will be a good thing. So whatever goals you have, you need to be careful about them. What you work towards will determine how your reality is shaped. Therefore, ask yourself, are you working on the ideal things? If life manifests negatively, you should then consider this question. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking this videos and subscribing to get more Jordan Peterson video. Thanks for watching.